welcome, y'all to Red Lip Talk Podcast. We are live today at Red Lip Talk Podcast, a New Orleans Talk Network, and we are. Oh my God, this was just like a moment just now because we are on our 50th episode. Oh my God, 50, 50, 50 phenomenal guests in the building on today. And I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy that you guys and we were actually at Louisiana State's Beauticians and Barbers Association where I got to like interview so many great people. Great people. People that have been in the beauty professional for over 60 plus years, some icons. I'm so excited that y'all were able to sit down with me. Dr. Enola Pillard. We had Miss Anita Wilson who was able to sit down with me, and Miss Barbara Young. Thank y'all for taking the time to sit down with me. We also had Dr. Karen Williams sit next to me, and my boy Theo Stamps, theology. He was able to sit next to me and talk and be on the podcast. So I want y'all to go and tune in to that actual show. But if you're watching me live on Facebook and my social media, if you want to see exactly the whole show, because I'm just gonna do the opening, and also when we go into the segment, y'all gonna see the guests. But if y'all want to view the whole show, what we need you to do right now is you can go to YouTube, you can follow us on YouTube, and you can go to New Orleans Talk Network /redliptalk.com. You can go on there and stream live. You can go to Spice Divas Beauty Bar on my live and actually see that. You can also go to New Orleans Talk Network on Facebook and see us live. So we want y'all to definitely do that and tune in. As you saw, our show today is brought to you by Still Body. Okay, I want to get into that. Okay, Still Body. It's what keep you going. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't been on it for like I want to say about 4 days or 5 days, and I feel it. I feel sluggish. I'm not pushing as much as I usually push. My mental clarity is off, and y'all know that it's like the panacea of wealth. That's what we're calling it. Dr. Kendra Andrus. It's all herbal. It's all organic, and it increases your energy. It helps with your bowel movement as well as your libido. It increases the libido for y'all. It increases that, but it's all herbal, and it's not just some people don't like to take pills, or some people don't like to do the pill method of things. What you can do is you can open it up, put it in your drink, shake it, drink it for that day. Honestly, guys, I am feeling lost without it. I ran out. We went again to the Louisiana State Beauticians and Barbers Association, where people were buying it there, and I ran out. So I need to get my Still Body. She dropped them off to me this weekend, so I need to get back on my regimen so I can be, lively, right? So I want to live to a long time. I'm still offering salon services to the elderly. If you have any elderly senior facilities that need help, need assistance, I want y'all to definitely contact me. You can contact me at 504-352-4963, because it's a blessing giving back to the seniors. Of course, they're not going to pay the same cost that a regular person would pay. They're not going to pay that cost, but I want y'all to definitely book me for that, because it brings life to them. Funny little story before we get into stuff. One of the ladies at the facility, shout outs to the Suites of Algiers. One of the ladies in the facility, she was like, Rochelle, you bring me joy when you come here. I'm happy to see you. It's just a different face for them, seeing a familiar face or a person that they keep seeing all the time. You have a different face, a familiar face in the building, and they are happy with that. Okay, and I gotta talk about my experience from the convention. The Louisiana State Beauticians and Barbers Association convention. Some of you don't know what that is, right? So it's a bunch of stylists and barbers. We have been paved the way since they've been in existence for 77 years. So this was the 77th convention for Louisiana State Beauticians and Barbers Association. So it's around different rural areas. It fights to get like your actual like if like what's going on right now. We they have stylist day. We have to go to the Capitol. We got to go to Baton Rouge on Monday. So it's fighting to help us stay regulated because they're trying to deregulate things in different states, in different areas. Good afternoon, Miss Wilson. Good afternoon. In different areas and stuff like that, they actually are saying that stylists don't even need a license to operate. So in different states, they have already passed that law. So they're trying to pass it in Louisiana, and it goes back to 1947 with Louisiana State Beauticians and Barbers Association. Back then, African Americans in culture, we couldn't go up and just take the state board test, become a cosmetologist, just or become a barber. We couldn't do that. We had to fight. So those women formed this actual association at Booker T. Washington School, and they formed it so we can have an actual union or some way to fight civil rights, so that we'll be able to take the cosmetology board. So if you are a stylist, if you are a barber, you need to be a part of our association. It's not just here, it's around all the rural areas. That's why we always have conventions in different type of areas. But next year it's coming to NOLA. It's coming to NOLA. So we want y'all to definitely be a part of it if you're a stylist out there and you're listening to me. And not only that, it pushes education. Like me, I'm on next year I'll have my doctorate degree in cosmetology. If you are a stylist and you're standing behind a chair, you want your associates, you want your bachelor's, you want your master's, you can do that in joining our Louisiana State Beauticians and Barbers Association. You can definitely do that. So I want y'all to definitely come on and be a part of that. If you want to watch our whole podcast, make sure you do that by going to YouTube and going to New Orleans Talk Network /RedLip Talk Podcast. We on our 50th episode. So if you go to YouTube and put in RedLip Talk Podcast, you're going to see us. All right? You're going to see a stream. You can binge watch off us now because we have 50 actual episodes. Lastly, some news. Okay. You guys know I love my boy 50 Cent, right? That's my baby. For everybody that know that out there, people that don't know, 50 Cent being my baby. I met 50 May of 2011, but he been my boy before then. But I got the opportunity to meet him, and before he got real famous with all these things that he's doing. But 50 is he's opening the second largest black-owned film studio in the country, and y'all, I'm proud of him. And it's going to be in Shreveport, Louisiana. So I'm proud of my boy 50. 50, if you see this, if somebody, you happen to see RedLip Talk Podcast, and I wasn't thinking because I should have sent my picture in with me and him to production so y'all can see that I really that I'm really cool with 50 Cent. But shout out to you, 50. I'm proud of you. I would love to walk in your shoes one day. I'm excited. You're going to be in Shreveport, Louisiana. My Keyshawn been talking about it so much at the salon about 50. He getting closer to you, Cree. He getting closer to you. So I'm excited that you're actually getting close to me now. And maybe I can ride to Shreveport and see you, 50 Cent. So don't you guys go nowhere, because I'm going to tell you about this guest that we have upcoming next, and this segment who's going to help me close out this show and talk about what he's doing in the community. We actually have Rynell Wilson. I call him the visionary. He's of New Orleans Disciplines Athletes. So he's want to help your athlete out there in any athletic phase that they're in. And I'm excited to talk to him because all y'all know I got an athlete myself. I got my boy Brock. But he's going to be in here in a minute. He's been here waiting patiently to get on RedLip Talk Podcast, and we can't wait till this happens. Don't you go nowhere. We want you to tune in, stay tuned to RedLip Talk Podcast with your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva. Mwah.
your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the RedLip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. RedLip Talk Podcast. Wow.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Get Glammed Up by Keyshawn. Tune into Red Lip Talk Podcast.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Spice Divas. Sona's Charm. RedLip Talk. RedLip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Welcome back to Red Lip Talk Podcast with your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva. And we're glad that you came back with us on today. We have a great guest in the building on today, Mr. Rynell. Rynell. I always say his name wrong. Rynell, the visionary. Rynell Wilson, the visionary, right?
Yes.
You I got it right. Rynell Wilson. I want to get his name right? Because he's doing some great things in the community, and I'm excited about it. He said he's a visionary. He began formulating this organization almost 10 years ago. He grew up in the Ninth Ward of New Orleans, Louisiana, and attended St. Augustine High School. All right, you're a purple.
All the way.
You're a purple.
Need purple.
Yeah, purple and gold. While attending this school, he played football and was a part of the team first ever state championship win. Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
So how you feel? We're gonna get into you. Well, how you feel about what's going on right now at St. Aug?
Well, I think St. August at a level now where it's going to continue to grow, producing young men for the community all over the world. They're doing positive things to influence people's life and to influence in the community as well.
Yes.
So I'm excited about where they're at, and I know with the young men there now who's there, continue to leave the future for the ones that's coming behind them.
Yeah. One thing I know, I have a friend that graduated from St. Aug as well, and he always talk about the academic of how for some people, a lot of people in New Orleans are judges and attorneys and stuff like that who attended St. Augustine. So they talk about the purple and where they are in the sports, but let's not talk about that band.
The band, oh my
God, that band awesome.
The band is awesome.
That band awesome.
I got a chance to see them for Mardi Gras up front, and
yes.
I mean they brought back memories. I've been out of school a long time.
Yeah.
But the spirit and the dedication
Yeah.
and the sound is still there.
It's still there.
Yes.
You know, you might not know, but I went to Kennedy. I was a band head.
Okay.
So I played flute at Kennedy, and that was our competition all the time. Them and it was another school, but it was always Kennedy and St. Aug, kind of like in a battle or whatever. And I remember one time we turned on each other, like we were facing in the middle. I don't know if it was on Canal or wherever it was, or one of us turned around and we were blowing at one another. You know, I never forget that. It was epic. It was epic.
Remember that? Huh?
Yeah.
It was a healthy competition.
It was a healthy competition.
A battle of the bands.
It was a battle. It was a battle.
Right.
So let's get into. I want to finish reading your bio. He continues to his education at the University of Iowa and graduated from the College of the Canyon
yes.
and in Southern University. Oh, you went from the Aug and went to you went to Southern.
Right here in on the lakefront in New Orleans.
In New Orleans.
New
Okay,
Orleans, right.
go Jaguars. Okay.
Right.
And Mr. Wilson is a father of two and a loving husband to Anna Wilson. Shout out to you, Miss Wilson. Shout out to you. Currently he's a deacon at Reaping the Harvest International Church and now the full-time CEO of New Orleans Disciples. I like that.
Yes.
I like that. Disciples Athletes independent football program. What made you come up with that name? I know because when you correct me, you say disciples, it make me think of the 12 disciples.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what made you come up with that name? And we always ask people like, what's your why?
Mm-hmm.
So why did you come up with that name? What was the why?
The reason how I came with the name had nothing to do with me. God gave me that in a dream. He gave me this program in a dream, and when God gives you a dream or vision for something, there's a need that need to take place for all that to come to pass. So that's how I wind up with the name New Orleans Disciples Athletes Program. God gave me that in a dream. He gave me that in a dream.
So tell me this, okay? God gave you in a dream, and like because you was an athlete, and there were some things that you needed as well spiritually while you were in that field. What made you want to help these boys, athletes?
My background as far as my education, and I always been in social service. I always had the heart to help and make people life better than it was before they met me. So that's all tied into what I'm doing for New Orleans Disciples Athlete Football. It's a football program. And I think all that tied into what God put inside of me. I'm just reproducing out what he gave me to put it out in the community to help change lives, save lives.
So that's kind of like your mission.
Yes, it is.
It's your mission.
Yes.
Help. Like that's your slogan.
No, my slogan is I don't really have a slogan.
Okay.
I just want to be in a position to be a disciple. What I mean when I have disciples, my program is called the New Orleans Disciples Independent Junior College. New Orleans Disciples program.
Yeah.
Football program. What it is now. I'm just this scenario. This is how it works.
Okay.
Say if a young man is in high school, and he had the desire to want to continue to play football after he graduated from high school. One of the scenarios, he may not have the grades to continue on. And another scenario is a young man could be a senior in high school, but made 19 before September the 1st his senior year, so that make him ineligible by the state of Louisiana rules to play high school football his senior year. What we have done, we have partnered with Delgado Community College.
Yeah.
Once they graduate, we'll enroll them at Delgado Community College to continue their education as part-time students.
Okay.
And that part, and also we have a financial literacy part of the program that we have as well that's going to be tied into what they need to do. Because we got to understand one thing. They're leaving boyhood, going into manhood.
Yeah.
And some of the things we're going to put on their plate for their foundation, they may not even know a clue about this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the main key purpose of this program is the spirituality part.
Yeah.
So we want to build the whole man up. And when they come to us, we'll teach them how to be a man from the Word of God, teach them how to take care of your finances, how important it is to have credit, not just have credit, to take care of your credit. Because one day they're going to be a man where they won't have to take on a family, and you need those things in your life for your family could be productive, and you could be a productive father in that family.
Yeah.
We know we talk about sports, but it's more than sports.
So you like it's well-rounded to make him a whole man.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, I have that 15-year-old, and like this morning, I pray over him every morning before we go to school. But he needs that as well, like finances, how to do finance. It's like you say, it's not all about sports. We're gonna be a good man first. We're gonna be a godly man first,
Exactly.
and then you gonna implement your sports, and then I'm gonna teach you how to handle your finances for when you become that multi-millionaire, or when you become that millionaire, or if you decide I don't want to play sports, you know what I mean? If you decide you don't want to, if that's not the career that you want to go through, you don't want to go down that path.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So your program, how is it funded?
Well, right now we zero funded we fund ourselves right now. We don't have any grants. and we at Ground Zero. Our program officially going to start in Operation 2025. So
Gotcha.
we're using this whole 2024 to
Groundwork.
build groundwork, Ground Zero, get people on board, share the vision like I'm doing now, and let people say this. Let people know this is a win-win situation for each young man that comes to this program. And our main goal, when they leave us and go on to a 4-year university, they can come back and say, without me coming to the New Orleans Disciples Athlete program, I won't be the man that I am today. So we preparing them for life. We know they can play sports. We know they can play football. But that's not the main focus of this program. People give them a foundation so they can be successful in the community. They could be good husbands, good employees, just good members in society all together. Yes.
So answer me this, Mr. Wilson. Like, what is your why as to why you do this?
Well,
like, because we always ask people that, like, is it something from childhood that made you, your why you want to do this for athletes?
Okay. Well, number one, I have to put it back in give God a credit. This is my purpose. This is my God-given purpose, and I know it's my God-given purpose because God gave it to me. Yeah. So if He gave it to me, I'm gonna take care of the baby, and He impregnated me with it. So I'm gonna deliver what He called me to do for young men who need this program.
Oh man, this is amazing. I mean, it's amazing because my son, I know he needed. Not only that, you think about it, there are programs that's for athletes, for them to work out, training, and things like that.
Right.
Those are the people you need to partner with.
Exactly.
Because you want to give them the love of God, and you want to give them financial literacy, as well as you want to give them education.
Exactly.
The areas that are not always targeted or not over, because like transparency with my son, he brought me a D home,
Wow.
and how much that school is. So I'm like,
it's cost.
Yeah, I'm like D home, so having programs like that to make them know, yeah, you play ball, you be good in ball, but I need you to maintain these grades too.
Exactly.
Yeah, and one thing I will, shout out to that school, to John Curtis. One thing about it, they will take him off the team if you ain't doing what you need to do.
Supposed to.
Oh yeah,
Academic
and
first.
with that D, when I told him about that D, and I called the coach, the head coach, they had him sitting in the during lunch break, sitting in his office the whole time until he brought that grade up.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's commendable. I think sometimes too, parents, we have to get more involved. Right? We have to get more involved in stuff when you see your child going on a different type of path. Not to say my son is a bad kid. He's not a bad. He's an awesome kid. But, they 15. They 15, they 16. As much you give them an inch, what they going to do? Take a yard.
Exactly.
They're going to take a yard.
Exactly.
So how could somebody, we're going to go into a break but in a few minutes, but how could somebody help you? What do your program, what are some key things that you're launching in 2025, and I'm quite sure you're probably going to do a launch, what are some key things that you need now from the community, from people? Because what I can hear in your vision, let me correct that right, your vision is going to help athletes. You're going to help them with their education as well as their financial literacy, and to be the best athlete there is. What you need right now as far as to make this manifest and go forward in your vision?
Number one thing we need is finances. Everything's run by finances. We don't have any grants right now. That will come down later on. But we need finances that people come on board, because when you start anything, whether it's a ministry or a business, you need funding. And we asked everybody who ever want to come on board. Matter of fact, we're in the process now of sending out sponsors letters and share the vision with them through the letters and sit down like we're doing now. And I'm like a person, I like to put a face with a name. I know we're in the media world now, but put a face with a name, then we can go from there. You get to feel who I am and what we're all about. And hopefully God have opened your heart that you want to donate towards this program that helps save lives and change young men's lives. So finance is the key. And matter of fact, as you said that, we're having our first fundraiser fish fry will be May the 17th. You will hear more about that down the road. It'll be advertising on the media, social media, stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. And I had the opportunity to meet with some people a couple of weeks ago and to share the vision with them. They're coming on board because they see like what we have. It's a need here in the city. And like I said, a lot of young men come from families, not all, where they're pretty much like maybe raising themselves somewhat, quote unquote. So we want to teach them while it's.
That's why as you talking, I'm hearing also, this is the great thing I'm hearing that was so exciting about it. What I'm hearing is purity. That foundation.
Yes.
Me coming from, like, you didn't know, I grew up in the Desire Project. I didn't have my dad, in my life. Some of them don't have none. So that program, your program can serve as that foundation.
And I look at it this way: from the mental health, financial literacy, spirituality, and academics, and everything else. I call it amazing when a brother come back and say, Mr. Wilson or whatever, this program has made me a man that I never thought I can be. And you see this young man with his wife.
Y'all hear this amazing program, and y'all hear Mr. Wilson talking about his vision and how this program is going to help so many.
Right now, this is a men program, football program. And what I did, I'm going to share with the audience that I did for the last 2 years. I went to every high vision with them. Know what they told me? I got players right now can use this program.
Ooh,
but we won't be starting until 2025.
Yeah. You moving in patience. You don't, some people be ready, okay, let's go, let's keep moving, let's go fast,
Right.
let's move.
No.
And then that's where you conk your head and you make mistakes.
Right.
So, like, strategically, by you taking your time to develop New Orleans Disciples Athletes Program, by you doing that, what that's doing is giving a foundation time to heal, and then it's going to be an explosion.
Right.
It's going to be an explosion. I'm excited about it. Don't y'all go nowhere, because Mr. Rynell, say it right.
You got it right. All right.
Mr. Rynell Wilson is in the building with us today of New Orleans Disciples Athletes Program. Like he said, y'all heard him here on RedLip Talk Podcast. He said it's going to provide financial literacy, education, make them a great athlete. I heard spirituality. We got to put that first.
Yes,
we got to put God
one.
first. No, that's spirituality.
And mental health.
And mental health.
Yes.
Okay, so a gumbo pot.
Yes,
a
it
gumbo pot. So y'all don't go nowhere. It's your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and we'll be back with Mr. Rynell Wilson of New Orleans Disciples Athletes Program. Mwah!
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at WW Talk Podcast.
The wait is over. This is your favorite prophetess Chanel Jones, and I want to introduce to you my new non-traditional Pod Talk Network. Tune in, world.
This day is declared National Still Body Day. People, it is here. It has arrived.
Health, happiness, and healing. People have testimonies already. People have been serviced already. And now we want you to be a part of this blessed experience. Give us a trust me. This will be the best investment you ever made for your body. You heard it from the truth. The whole truth. Dr. Truth. Dr. Kendra. Baby Truth.
Cultivating healthy and meaningful relationships. And you are tuned into RedLip Talk Podcast.
Welcome back to RedLip Talk Podcast. We are on episode 50.
All right.
We on 50. It's hard to make episode 50.
That's a blessing.
We're
That's
not
a blessing.
playing.
That's
It's
a
been
blessing.
a year plus.
Right.
And we can keep doing the podcast. Keep going. So just like you said, the vision he gave you, the vision that's going to come forward in 2025. So we really want y'all to go on and be a part of their database, get in their database, get into their email, so you can not miss the mark, because I have a feeling and it's going to go for quick.
Yes.
So it's going to go for good, because there's so many athletes out. What's need first? Spirituality for athletes, as well as financial, mental health, and be able to help them to catapult forward to the next level. And we call it
With the football program, it's really going to take off.
It's really going to take off.
That's why I'm taking my time and using this whole dealing with the God kind of patience. So if you got the God kind of patience, you can't help but come to pass. Yes. Yes.
Moving forward with.
Be here when I'm dead and gone.
Yeah,
Yes.
I could see that, Mr. Wilson. I could see that.
Yes.
I could see that happening. So tell them how to do a fundraiser. If you want to partner. If you have a program that you want to partner with him with.
So my email address is visionary@NewOrleansDisciplesAthlete.org. That's my email address. You guys, I can't do this by myself. I need the audience, people who has a heart for young men, who want to see young men's lives be changed through this.
Connect you with one of the guys too, with that we have they have a program and they helping individuals. It's so many like to catapult things forward. It takes a village.
I'm glad you say that. At the Real Man Conference, I met a young lady. She's with her grandson, and enrolled in Delgado when he graduates next month to start into this program.
So before we close out and stuff and get to that, tell us a little bit. Okay.
This is how it works.
Okay.
Say a guy going into his senior year in high school, and he want to play. He's been on the team all these 3 years, and when he got to his senior year, but he's turning 19 years of age before September the 1st, going into his senior year, by the state of Louisiana, he's too old for his eligibility. He's too old to play because he turned 19 before September the 1st, going into his senior year. So with that being said, he could continue attending his high school towards he get recruited and move on and get a scholarship.
So see, I was confused. So he come play with you guys.
For guys, just not one dimension.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like guys, like I said, they might not have the grades. Great athletes, but this fell short on their grades to get a scholarship. They'll come to us, enroll at Delgado as a part-time student. When they enroll as a part-time student, their college eligibility don't start running because they have to make sure that they're doing what they need to do to help them get to the next level in their life.
Yeah. So they still have the opportunity. It's not all. I see where you bridging that gap.
Yes.
Because see, it's not that in all. Like if you're not old enough or your grades not good enough and you're not eligible to play, and so you just done with college.
No. Let me say something. A lot of people don't know this. Delgado have one of the top accreditation junior colleges in the country.
Yeah.
You can transfer your courses to a Yale University or Ivy League, anywhere in the country.
Wow.
So it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, I went to Delgado a little bit after coming out of school. I went there a little bit. I got my bachelor's from University of Phoenix, and my I think I got my associates from Delgado, if I'm not forgetting, and I got my master's from University of Phoenix too. But that's great to know. That's great to know. So that's the gap. Okay, I understand now. But if you guys are interested and you want to know exactly what Mr. Rynell Wilson is doing, the visionary of New Orleans Disciple Athletes program, we want y'all to go on their website right now, and their website is visionary@NewOrleansDisciplesAthletes.org. You see it's up right now. You can go on right now, enter your information in the database so you can be on their database. Exactly. So they can call you exactly to tell you more information about the program or how you can get started within the program once it pop off in 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Because
right.
if you like what you're hearing and you want to be a sponsor.
Yes.
If you want to be a sponsor,
yes.
Definitely 693.
No, 337.
Okay.
Area code 33.
Okay. 337.
Area code 337. 693-20.
Say it, y'all. I was trying to say it. But yeah, so definitely contact him, and we're gonna go into now our takeaway moments, right?
Okay.
It's takeaways, right? Our takeaways are brought to you by Spice Divas Beauty Bar. It's a takeaway moment as to what you want the person to leave with. You might have somebody that's out there right now that is not feeling encouraged, or what you want them to know about just anything that God gives you, really. You know, that's our takeaway moment.
Right. So we're a nonprofit. We're not looking to make any money or make our, to piggyback off the kids so we can have funding in our pockets. No, we're here to help change their lives. So it's a nonprofit. And anybody that donate anything that for as money or whatever equipment, we do have a tax ID number where you can write it off and get credit for that as well.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You're going to have plenty grants, I know.
Yes, that's the key. Like I said, right now we're at ground zero. Everything we're doing out of our pocket per se, and we hope sponsored by several things that have to be paid for.
Yeah.
We have to pay for insurance, equipment. Yeah. It's a lot of things that people behind the scenes, people don't know they have to tweak it in 2025. We'll be ready to roll.
Yes,
and everything's in place.
I love it. I love
I got off a little bit, but the
Oh
question.
no, no,
but
no!
I had to get that in.
You know what's crazy is I'm glad you feel it because of the vision of how it is and how it's set up. I just knew it was 501c3, a nonprofit. But you know that. So tell us, okay, in your Google Play or Apple Store for free today, to listen to us 24-hour podcast, to help our page grow. Subscribe if y'all like what y'all hearing, y'all like what y'all seeing. Go to our YouTube. Follow us, subscribe, so you can get the notification bell when RedLip Talk Podcast does come on. To donate to our platform, please visit our website at NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Donation, and of course we have sponsors. We have people that's always sponsoring. Visions, because I'm thinking visionary,
Right.
Visions, Dr. Beverly Smith. Thank you to all the people that support us and help us to keep going forward in RedLip Talk Podcast and not giving up on the vision. Visionary, that's all I'm hearing.
Let me give you a look. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Let me give you a quick thing about how I arrived at visionary. Okay. It was about 10 years ago. In a dream, God said, "Your birth name is Rynell Wilson, but I'm ordaining you as visionary." 10 years ago.
Let me tell you about them dreams before we get into this takeaway. Okay, I'll tell you about them dreams. You know, God speaks to me in dreams.
Yes.
I know when I'm disconnected from Him because I don't have my dreams vividly like I used. Seems like talking about it. I've been dealing with that for all my life, right? So it fell on one of my kids. It fell on my son. Oh, wow. At night, but God did touch his and told him his hands are anointed and blessed. And he set up and he came in the room with me and his sister.
Okay.
And he would not stop crying. It was like he felt God. He felt His presence. He felt this. True. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I say, son. So that's when I knew that fell on him. I was under my, it fell on him.
Right.
Yeah, I have a daughter too who's 23, but Brock, it really falls on him. So that's why when you talk about them visionary, that's how he speaks to us through those dreams.
In that personal relationship,
Yeah.
And when you got that personal relationship with Him through His Spirit,
And when it's not Him speaking, you ever been in a situation and people talking to you? And they telling you some good stuff, or they telling you, they ain't what I'm telling you right now. This ain't what I want you to do. This not the direction I want you to go, because self.
Right. And that comes from spending quality time with Him, even in the church, even just listen to His word, listen to praise and worship.
You know what's something? There's a lot of people who are professing that they love God, and they're professing that they have a relationship with God. Religion. I'm religious, but I'm not really living.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of people who live in that way, and I don't want that in my life. You know, let me let you get it. We're gonna start preaching in here in a minute, me and you. So, tell us about your takeaway. What you want somebody to take away from this podcast on today?
To help save young men from a life of penitentiary, a life from early death, because they didn't have anyone to hold their hand. Let them know want to build a spirituality life as well. Because if they got that going, you tell me, if you got it not like we have in our life, we're going to stay prepared when they leave, go to college, get a degree, and come back and be a family man where they can be homeowners, be deacons, and it's an avenue to keep them focused on something that can help them after football. That's what it's all about. And I pray a program like this has never been nowhere in the city of New Orleans. And if God gave it to me, and I know it will come to pass.
Disciples Athletes program that was very touching, that was very inspirational. Y'all know it's kids, or the Angola, or in jail just for bad away. It's kind of like when you were talking and I was hearing not to I heard something inspirational. A lot of us live in reverse, meaning we live in blessing is in moving forward.
Right.
The blessing is in moving forward of somebody believing in you. People that's keeping you in your past. If you are talking to people that's keeping you in reverse, it's time for you to move forward, or I always like to use that word, catapult forward. If you keep listening to people that's reminding you of your past. I don't did yesterday who I used to be yesterday. Why I ain't have a dad in my life yesterday. I don't want to keep talking about that because what I heard on there is my boy E.T. He said, how often do we use our reverse? How often do we use it in a car? Not reverse. You got to push that joker.
Right.
You have to push it backwards in order for it to move. Right. That's how powerful it is. Right. So our get away. What's making you go in reverse? What's making you go back? Is it somebody from the past that's making you go back? They keep reminding away on today. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here at RedLip Talk Podcast. Y'all heard Mr. Rynell Wilson. Right. In order to get in contact with him, I don't want us to go without him saying it again. Okay. How they can get in contact with you to be a part of New Orleans Disciples Athletes Program.
Okay. My email address is visionary6932005. Please get in touch with me.
Get in touch with him, y'all. Even y'all on our podcast. I can't wait to, connect with you guys and be a part of this. If you need anything, RedLip Talk, New Orleans Network, we're here to help you in any way. So everybody can say Mr. Rynell. I say that right. Mr. Rynell Wilson, the visionary of New Orleans Disciples Athletes Program. Y'all got to get it in y'all system.
On the way.
NOTN. We want y'all to really go and support. And usually when we do RedLip Podcast, I go
okay. All right.
Podcast.com. It's your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva, RedLip Talk Podcast. Mwah. All right.
RedLip Talk. RedLip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Bethesda the House of Prayer. Bethesda can choose to worship together, a church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B.
Author Vanessa J. Ross, and you are tuning into RedLip Podcast.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 700.